everyone, it's Nicole and I have another layout using the Studio Calico January kit, and I forgot we had those basic gray, I believe, letters. Yes, basic gray chipboard stickers, and so I found them kind of hidden. I have these containers that I keep everything in, and they were kind of hidden behind there, so I found them and I thought I better use them because I'm almost done using up the January kit. And I also got some of that POW glitter paper. I had bought a few sheets in the last few months, so I thought I used that up. And then I also took out that chevron paper. I'm almost out of that chevron paper. I think I only have a few bits and pieces, and that gray and white chevron and a leftover doily. And I believe later on in the layout that I'm going to take out some twine and chipboard heart and some little birdies and a flare button. So I'm starting to cut everything out, and this is a picture of my daughter and her boyfriend. They were both in the backyard trying to convince those little chickadees to come and lay on their hands. And I did a layout a few days ago, and it was of only my daughter, but they were both out there, so I thought I'd do a page, but this time it's more about my daughter and her boyfriend than the actual birds. They've been together now, I'd say almost 4 years, since she was 15 years old and he was 19. And they both went to high school together, and it was your typical, I don't know if you want to say love story, but he was a football player for the school team, and she was a cheerleader. So they started dating back then, and they're still dating. And that Good Times, that was one of the sheets that we cut. It was blue polka dots on one side, and then the other side was all little cards, 3x4 cards. So I cut that up, and I'm going to use that. And that red chevron, red and pink, I love that paper. Like I said, I think I only have a few little scraps left of that, and that's it. And I'm also going to use some of those wood veneer that we got from Freckled Fawn. I'm almost out of that. That heart that's on that page, the chipboard heart, is the very last heart. I've used them all up. And I'm also going to use some pink twine that I got from one of my recent hauls from Doodlebug. And I'm going to use a flare, and it's all little stars on it, but I don't know which kit that came from. I don't believe it was this month. I believe it was one of the past months. But like I've said before, I keep all of them, all my past kits, very handy so that I can use it all up. I find, I mean, yes, they give us quite a bit of stuff in the kits, but when you get, 17, 18, 19 pages done, you don't want all your pages to look the same, so you want to have a little bit of variety. So if I have I keep my stash in mine, and I use stuff from before, then I find that my pages don't all look the same. And another thing that I do too is I don't scrapbook in order whatsoever. I mean, yes, the last few pages I scrapbook pictures of my little grandson because, I mean, he's brand new. He's only 2 months old, so I'm trying to do a few pages. But this picture here, that was in 2010. And the New York pictures that I've been scrapbooking, that's 2012. And the apple picking was 2011. So even though I'm doing a lot of pages with one kit, I try to vary the pictures that I use so that they're not all in one album. So then as you flip through, if you're in 2010 and you get to 2013, you're not going to say, hey, that really looks as, familiar. I saw that in the 2010 album. So, and sometimes you do want it to match. If you have a vacation album, you might want it to have something that are in common. So anyway, I started gluing everything down, and I grabbed some washi from my stash, and it matched that chevron perfectly. It was red and pink and gray. So I mean, I couldn't have found a chevron, a washi tape, sorry, that matched any better than that. So I glued down the base of my page, and now I'm gluing down all my those little chevrons that I cut out of that pattern paper. And like I said, the page is about my daughter and her boyfriend, so I named it Lovebirds, and I thought it was kind of appropriate too because they are with the chickadees. So I did go into my stash and grab some of those little tweets birds, and I'm kind of thinking, what else could I put down here, because it's kind of bare. It's just going to be the bird and the twine. So then I start looking through, you know, the stash that I got this month from Studio Calico, and a lot of it is the printables. So I'm looking at some buttons, and then I find, I believe it was in the October afternoon, little package that, you know, of die cuts, and it said True Happiness, You and Me. So I thought that was fitting for that. So I was gonna put it in behind, but I found it was cutting it off too much, so I just put some tape in behind so it pops it up a little bit, some foam tape, and then I'm gonna stick it right there, and then I'm gonna take one of those little birds and put it right underneath the You and Me. And it was the perfect color too. It matched the page perfectly. So this is where I put the little bird, right in the center of the circle. And then I have this little transparency sheet that's how I ink up my twine, and I have the Stampin' Up! Snail adhesive. I did order the This and That glue dots, so as soon as I get that, I'm going to be trying that out and see how that works. So I end up using the chewing gum ink by Jenny Bolin. I don't like that ink to stamp clear stamps because it leaves it blotchy, but I do love that ink to ink up stuff. For stamping with any kind of stamp, my favorite ink is Hero Arts, and I have, I believe, most of the inks, the midtones that they came up with. I might have one or two missing. So that chevron, it was a little too short, so I just went on another piece and cut a piece off and kind of put it together, and even close up you can't even tell that I kind of patched it together. So I'm putting a big foam adhesive under that flare, and I'm gluing down a little bird, and I'm also going to glue down some twine, and I got some snail adhesive on my photo. But I mean, they're digital prints. I don't worry too much about it, and I have my own printer, Picturemate Show. So if it bothers me, if I find it sticks to the page protector, I'll just print another one and glue it right over top. But I gotta stop trying to ink up stuff right over the photo. I have a bad habit of doing that, because then I end up getting glue all over my pictures. So I just glue down the last of the twine, and now I'm going to glue down the title. And I really like those alphabets from Basic Gray. I can't believe that I forgot about them, and I'm just about done using the kit for January, so I'll be keeping them out so I can use them when I break out my February kit, so that I use them up. Because it's a really cute font. It's sort of an off-white, like a vanilla look, and then it has a pink outline of the letter inside the letter, so it's really cute. I really like it. So I'm just going to do a little bit of journaling, and I'm adding a few enamel dots that came in the kit, the pink one. I hadn't used them yet, so I'm anxious to see when I do my last page how much stuff is left of the kit. I know the papers I won't have much, but I don't know how much of the embellishments I will have. So now I'm going to take out some mist. I took out the First Kiss and the Pinstripe, which is like a gray from Mr. Huey Studio Calico. So I'm going to ink at all the embellishment spots. And the page is done. So I'm going to show you a few still photos. And I'm hoping to, this is Friday, April 5th, so I'm hoping to upload another page by Sunday. Hopefully, I'm working tonight, Friday night, and Saturday night, so hopefully I can get another page done. So thanks for watching. Bye.